You're going to see Illinois coming to the mat. Michael Rundell, he's going to be in the red. He was the top seed coming into this thing, so he has done his job, and he's got one more match to complete his quest of winning a Fargo stop sign. He's got Xavier Diaz of Pennsylvania, and Diaz, already high school graduate, headed to NYU next year, from what I understand.
And I'd like to just chime in every now and then with some critiques on the singlets and say Pennsylvania going with the baseball theme this year. That is the Pittsburgh Pirate logo.
I like it.
The blue singlets are Pittsburgh, and the red singlets and white are the Phillies, as we are underway at 100 pounds.
Oh, look at Xavier Diaz in on a shot right away. He's locked on the single leg. Shin Wizard defense, though, from Rundell. Xavier Diaz gets the takedown, finishes it. He's got that ankle trapped in there. Kind of a really, non-traditional leg lace position, not going to be able to get the turn. I have noticed this week, I don't know if you have, Spade, that they're stopping parterre pretty quickly if there's no turn.
Quick whistles on parterre and quick whistles for stalemates, too. They are bringing people back up to their feet. If you cannot improve your action, they want you back in the center of the mat and working. And what a way to set the tone for not just this bout, but for the entire finals. Diaz coming out swinging, fires off a shot, finishes, and we've got our first points of the Junior Men's Freestyle National Championships here in the Fargo Dome.
Rundell working from that 2-on-1 and now going to wrist control. I believe he may want to slow the pace of this a little bit and use some of his size. He does appear to be both taller and maybe a little bit broader than Diaz, but Diaz looks for another shot, but that wrist control from Rundell stops it. Little dump attempt from Rundell, but Diaz wise to it, defends.
Yeah, I like how Rundell is trying to answer back. You get taken down, you want to show your opponent that it's not going to be so easy next time and that he has to start worrying about your attacks as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like Rundell going to be warned for passivity, unless, of course, Diaz can score here on the edge. And they're going to wait and see how this situation plays out, but they're going to stalemate that, and they're going to say, first warning on passivity against Rundell. And in these 16U matches that are happening on the other mat, they'll call that passivity much quicker, but here in the junior, they got 6 minutes to work with. You see they waited a little bit. About halfway through the period, first passivity warning goes against Rundell. He's not on the clock yet, though. He would have to get hit one more time for that to happen.
Front head pinch.
Ooh.
And Rundell trying to get on the board. He gets two to knock the score up. But Diaz answers back, and are they going to award it to? Yes, is confirmed on the counter, 4-2.
Yeah, normally on commentary, it's a little easier to tell when the officials confirm it because we're sitting right next to him. But our broadcast setup here, we're going to have to look around a little bit more.
We have to do the tennis match style, looking at the table judge, looking at the chairperson, watching the whistle. 3-man mechanics. And as you mentioned, 2 3-minute periods. Think of U20s for UWW rule sets. Only real big difference is the length of the periods. 16U guys are under the U17 style for 2-minute periods.
Under a minute to go now, 40 seconds, and they're going to stalemate this again. And they're going to give an attention to Diaz for the finger fight. It's interesting because it's really been Rundell that's controlling that wrist and trying to, I guess, slow this match down with the hand fight and the finger fight, but it was Diaz who was hit with the attention. Now Diaz looks for the single leg. He's got it elevated towards the edge, looking like in step out position, but now whose head hit first? And they're going to say Rundell's head hit first. 1 point offered for Diaz, and confirmed is 5-2, 26 seconds to go.
Yeah, more aggressiveness from Diaz, and you have to respect the guy. He graduated from high school already. He's already going to NYU, a great school. Doesn't have to be here, but this is what we were talking earlier. The way that Pennsylvania was able to clinch the team title a while ago was because of guys like this. After they graduate high school, they still want to come out, represent their state, and that's what Diaz is doing.
Rundell kind of on the opposite end of the age spectrum. Mentioned Diaz already headed to college. Rundell was wrestling in 16U events earlier this year, but made the move up, and you'll see that happen occasionally where maybe a younger wrestler feels like they have a better opportunity to place higher in the junior division just because 100 pounds is often difficult for a junior age level wrestler to hold.
Yeah, you have to be, well, you can't wrestle in 16U if you're 17 or older this year. So yeah, you sometimes see guys moving around, as you mentioned, as we are in the break now and almost done with the 30 seconds. That's Coach Medlin in the corner, I believe. No,
we got no Medlin.
No,
he's around though. He's nearby.
Yep.
5-2 Diaz leads heading into the second period. Looking like an underhook for Rundell, but Diaz clears that position, didn't want to be there.
So now we'll see how Rundell responds. He was able to get a score off of Diaz's attack. He's got to see if he can generate the offense himself now. He's down 3 points, plenty of time to work, but we are in the second period.
Yeah, absolutely. Rundell going back to that 2-on-1. He loves the wrist control. Look, sweep single on the opposite side. Not the right attack there. Diaz doing a good job of clearing these ties and clearing them into, if not an actual shot, a level change or a fake, and that will let the official know that you're working.
Yeah, passivity calls. We've had one warning. No shot clocks yet, or technically activity clocks. But we could get another one now. Head pinch, and that is points generated from Rundell's offense. 2 from parterre and exposure, and it's 5-4.
Second time Rundell got that head pinch to go, and the red corner threw a brick in. I don't know what more they want. They wanted 4, I guess.
Potentially, yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. As Team Georgia in the stands, I believe that's Georgia.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to tell because none of them have shirts on.
Yeah, we can't read any logos on there. But I'm guessing that's what the Illinois corner wanted. Oh, now we got a replay coming up on the board so we can see, is your defending wrestler in parterre, is a knee down? And
I mean,
that
definitely.
looks like the right knee.
I mean, they're both like definitely on the mat in that position.
Oh, that's
that
after
was
they
after
came
the
back
fact.
up.
Okay.
So that wasn't what the refs are going to be looking at, that one shot there. We got to go back a little bit earlier to see what they call, but they're going to get the brick back. And so, not on the replay that we saw, but what the refs were looking at, it was no knee on the mat. They said directly into danger from feet, which is a 4-point move. So good challenge. Illinois gets the brick back. They can challenge at any other time in this match, and they lead by 1 point.
Now Diaz has to come get it, and he has not been in the position where he's been trailing for very much of this match. Now he's got to go see if he can find some offense. Minute and a half to go, second period. Rundell with all 6 of his points off the head pinch. And now Diaz in a position where he needs to score, but also needs to be wary that if he gets underneath of Rundell, he may be in danger of that head pinch again.
Yeah, smart wrestling from Rundell. You have to stay in contact so you don't get called for caution or negative wrestling, and he's trying to work that 2-on-1. He was winning the hand fight, but now Diaz evens things up in that hand fight territory. But that's what Rundell wants to do, chew up this clock, make sure it doesn't look like negative wrestling as he goes back to the 2-on-1, keeps pressure in there, and make Diaz continue to think about potentially not going underneath and get head pinched again. So you hit your offensive move, you have your opponent thinking about that. He's got to figure out a way to get offense without getting himself deeper in a hole.
Diaz had Rundell work towards the edge of the mat. As he tried to snap, Rundell held onto the wrist, and now Rundell down in that defending that front head position. Diaz gonna try to go around behind, but Rundell in on a leg, head outside, and Diaz gonna maybe try to elevate, looking for a kind of a body lock, reverse lift.
Very long scramble, we're down to 15 seconds. That's what Rundell wanted, and that was the opposite of what Diaz wanted. Chewed up a ton of clock, now he's really gotta go.
Oh, Diaz look for a headlock and then reach back for a lat whip, not gonna get it. It's gonna be a defensive takedown for Rundell. He goes up 8-5, time's gonna expire, and it's gonna be Michael Rundell hoisting the stop sign here in Fargo. First title in junior division goes to Illinois.
Yeah, nicely done. Got the come from behind victory, and then the win, or the last final takedown to ice it.
One of Michael Rundell's fans for Team Illinois, inspired by Georgia's 16U cheering section, took his shirt off. And
They're popping tops all over the place. We're gonna check out some replays right after we see this award.
Look at that. There's that classic photo pose. You got a Marine, you got a stop sign. That means you won Fargo.
Yeah, not bad. And here is Diaz starting things off early in the match. Single leg finish for 2. Rundell answering with a head pinch from neutral. That was originally rolled 2, but it gets turned into 4 on the replay. But that is the 4 that got overruled and then turned into 4. And there he ices it.
Team Georgia. About to get a little rowdy because Christopher Swann coming to the mat. The second Georgia finalist, the first in junior men's freestyle, and oh boy, look at him.
The Rowdy Georgians.
They got Christopher Swann coming to the mat, representing Team Georgia, and his opponent, you're going to see him coming out from Team Nevada, Antonio Quiroz. Quiroz had to come from behind in his semifinal. He was trailing throughout the entire semifinal against Kason Kraft of Oklahoma. Hit a headlock late for the fall. Here he is in the final. This guy's dangerous.
Yeah, like watching these lightweights. These guys fly around the mat. We don't know what's going to happen, but there's the whistle. Christopher Swann, Antonio Quiroz. We're underway here at 106 pounds in the Fargo Dome.
Hard snap there from Quiroz towards the edge. And looking for a step out. He's close to it. He's going to get one. Good mat management. And that was actually kind of the position where he struggled in his semifinal. Seems like his hand fight maybe a little better equipped for Swann.
Yeah, we'll see how Swann responds. He will be attending the Baylor School in Tennessee, but that's very close to Georgia as they go down to the mat. And there's those quick whistles. We mentioned that earlier. We want action on the mat.
I believe the Baylor School is one of the few schools that competes both in a public school Tennessee State tournament and also national preps.
And they're in national preps, yeah. That's a great tournament. So they get the best of both worlds. They get to see how they stack up against their fellow Tennesseans, and then they get to go to the national prep tournament, which many great alumni have come from that tournament.
Swann looking for a little dump, and Quiroz working from front head here. Something tells me when Quiroz has got his hands anywhere near your head, he's thinking feet to back.
Yeah, it's a powerful move to have in your back pocket. That's part of any good arsenals. Got to be able to score in bunches if you find yourself down, or set the tone and race out to a lead.
Swann trying to take some ground here in the hand fight. Quiroz working for a 2-on-1. And the first passivity of the match going to be offered against Swann. Swann looked for a little throw-by attempt there, but after the whistle.
So you'll often see that in a low-scoring bout. The referees are going to put passivity warnings so that they can call that next one to put someone on a clock whenever they need to. Just have that chambered and ready. Tension on, I guess, negative wrestling there.
Yeah, Quiroz now needs to be careful. If he gets another attention, they'll offer caution in one.
And whatever the whistle offers has to be confirmed even penalty points. That's what the three-person mechanics are all about.
That's right, 55 seconds to go here, first period. Quiroz working from an underhook, but Swann with head position. Now Swann looks for a shot, gets to the leg. Quiroz trying to defend. Quiroz trying to work from short offense, can't get the head pinch locked up the way he wants it.
So Swann doing a lot of work there, but coming up with nothing as we get a restart with 30 seconds. I think Quiroz has done a little bit better job controlling these ties, but this is a pretty evenly matched bout so far.
On the restart, they warned Quiroz, and there's a big double leg from Swann. He's close to it. Are they going to say danger? 4 offered, 4 confirmed.
That is a great way to get back in this match and now take the lead late in the first period. Those scores in short time, very big strategically, and that's exactly what Swann needed there. He's up by 3 as they go into a scramble with just a few seconds left in the period.
Looking for a go behind is Quiroz. He stepped out of bounds, but the officials are going to say that was grounded, so no step out point. And it's 4-1 at the break. Really felt like Quiroz controlled a lot of the period, but man, 1 4-point move all of a sudden. You're in control, you know?
And that's what makes freestyle and the international styles so exciting, is you can score a lot very quickly. So as you mentioned, a real grinder of a match, and then boom, Swann sees an opening, takes advantage of it, just like that, gets a 4-point move, and that's going to be important too when it comes down to criteria and tie-breaking. Second period underway.
Swann 2-on-1. Quiroz though trying to pull that head down, and it's going to make it tough for Swann to do much with his 2-on-1. Swann trying to duck into a leg attack, and Quiroz snapping, moving. It's been interesting. Quiroz likes to be in that front head position, but he just doesn't seem like he's been able to get where he wants. Oh, nice little throw by. Quiroz reaches back. He's got a whizzer. Pummels back in with an underhook on the opposite side. And the instinct from Quiroz to go feet to back is definitely making Swann be a little bit cautious here. Ooh, little trip attempt there from Swann.
I like that, keeping Quiroz off balance. You want to make sure your opponent knows you got a couple things that they got to worry about. Slow down their attacks.
Double unders there momentarily for Quiroz. And look, there's a headlock attempt. This is what he hit in the semis. 2 offered for correct throw and 2 confirmed, so now it's 4-3. I don't know that they called an exposure there.
Yeah, tough to tell.
Because if they had called an exposure, it would have been feet to back for 4, right? So was that correct throw?
Unless they hit the ground, not in danger, and then with the second effort from this angle, I don't think that's what happened, but it would be tough to tell if it did happen from our angle. I think they did call correct throw as Swann hit the mat pretty hard as Quiroz really ripped that. And now it's a battle. Now it's a 1-point match. Quiroz is going to need more than 1, though, even though it'll be the last person to score. That 4-point move will be the highest value of any move anybody hit, which would be the first tiebreaker.
Quiroz kind of pummeling in to get that headlock, and he hits that sag headlock nicely.
Good job spinning back to the center by Swann, so that's good mat savviness. He wants to keep running this clock down. He's got that point that he can give up, but you don't want to think that way, because you give out the step out too easy, they might call a fleeing. You might be giving up 2 points, and then now you're behind. So
double unders for Quiroz, putting Swann in danger. Nice job, gets the go behind. 5-4, 28 seconds to go. Swann's got to stay in bounds here, and he's going to go out, but they're not going to call a caution because Quiroz was running that gut wrench forward, and they're going to stop this for injury time. Quiroz pointing at it, or excuse me, Swann pointing at his head.
Yeah, hit the mat pretty hard.
Man, great job with that standing go behind for Quiroz, and then return to the mat pretty ferociously.
Yeah, that was clutch. Swann knows the deal. He knows it's late in the match. He's only up by 1. Giving up 2 could be devastating. And Quiroz had to fight through a guy fighting for the match right there. And got it done. Now he leads by 1. Looks like Swann's going to be okay.
Quiroz was dead to rights in the semifinal, came back, got the fall. Now coming from behind again, and Swann has an opportunity to return the favor. Can he come from behind with 20 seconds to go? He's running forward hard. Any point would give him the lead on criteria. 4 blue offered, 4 red offered, 4 blue confirmed. 9-4 Quiroz, and here comes the brick.
We were going to get a brick either way on that. There's no way that wasn't getting reviewed. Both corners still had their bricks to throw. Swann was pressuring in, but who initiated the attack first?
Here's a look at it, and what a tease. There was a quick look at it.
It was
now
right there for us. I think they stopped it, or we're about to show a replay at the perfect moment. We could get back to that. It would be great.
The most prominent, instance of this happening in the last couple of years. Here we go. Here's a look at it. I think they're going to go 4 blue.
Yeah. Swann was pushing in, a slight change of direction, and as soon as Quiroz had that grip, he started to move. So he changed his level, locked in the grip, kept it all the way through, and Swann exposed feet to back. So I got to concur with you on that one. We'll see.
One of the really prominent examples of this in the last year or so was Chance Marcel or Jordan Burroughs.
Oh, no.
Oh, and they're changing it.
So I believe I heard Sammy Julian say no change in direction. So that was the key criteria. And kind of a reverse of what you were bringing up there, the Jordan Burroughs Chance Marsteller. Marsteller is the one that flipped him in that situation. But
Quiroz coming forward, 10 seconds to go. That's an attention against Swann, but with 9 seconds left.
He can eat a couple of those.
He's in deep. Quiroz lifted him. He's going to get one exposure. He's got to get another one. It's 8-7, and he's going to run out of time. Look at this. Christopher Swann firing up that Georgia crowd.
Oh, yeah, he was barking right at his teammates. Fellow Georgians, big flex. Great bout. Good job, both wrestlers making it fun. It was love to see.
It was Quiroz clutch in the semifinal. Christopher Swann could not be denied. In the final, though, Team Georgia with a junior champion here at 106 pounds.
Yeah, well done, Georgia. Let's check out some of the replays.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, the rankings really start showing up, and the marquee matchups are on the horizon here. That is Aiden Dodd from Perrysburg, Ohio, number 2 at 106. He bumped up and said, let me give these 113-pounders a shot.
Yeah, and his opponent from New York, Diaz Sibomana, he's had a great tournament. This guy not ranked, but yeah, I think that's about to change because along the way, he took out Caleb Noble, who's sitting at number 19. He beat a really tough Revin Dickman. And here he is in the finals. Diaz Sibomana, incredible story. We actually did a film about him. It's part of our No Sad Stories series. You can look that up on FloWrestling or on YouTube. But Diaz Sibomana trying to complete his storybook run here in Fargo.
Yeah, originally from West Africa. See, he needed lots of reconstructive surgery. That story, as David said, on YouTube and FloWrestling as we're underway here. And I believe the theme was Dania jump levels. That's one of the posts one of our guys got because they were shooting highlights all day. And Dania looking sharp, but it's Dodd now on a leg first.
Aiden Dodd of Ohio in on that single leg, and he's got that foot trying to shelve it. Sibomana trying to defend, and now goes to a quad pod, trying to defend from here. Dodd trying to return him to the mat. Sibomana so far really tough defense. And one red offered for I don't know what, but it was white paddled.
Yeah, just a hand does not count as a step out.
Yeah.
Or out of bounds. You can drop your head, but I didn't see that happen. So everything white paddled, no harm, no foul, and they're back to the center of the mat.
Sibomana, great job there. He has got some explosive offense. He can attack low level with ankle picks, low singles, but he also has upper body attacks, good from ties. So he's well equipped in this match. Aiden Dodd, probably a little more high-level, national accolades than Sibomana, but this is either one's match.
Yeah, Dodd high in the rankings, but at a different weight class. And from a powerhouse program, Perrysburg in Ohio. Long Beach, they produce some really great wrestlers. Dylan Palacio probably being the most well-known one, multiple-time All-American at Cornell. See if Sibomana can also reach those heights.
Absolutely. Dodd, 6th at 106 pounds in Fargo a year ago. Look at this, nice duck under there. Sibomana.
Should be 4. Yes, 4 off the nope, 2 confirmed.
Well, and there's a gut wrench. Sibomana not going to let go of this gut. He's up 4-0.
Got 4 the hard way. Not sure how that was parterre, but no point in challenging, and we'll keep going.
And they're going to bring that back up. And that's what we've been talking about, some of those quick parterre stoppages. If you're not using that top turn, they're going to stop it right away.
Yeah, if you're not improving your position, back up to your feet. And yeah, speaking of jumping levels, that was a very pretty duck under. And then Sibomana blocked those heels, brought Dodd straight back, almost like a suplex, not quite with a back arch. Usually, you'll see that get called for 4, but 2 of the 3 officials thought that was 2.
Sibomana ducks into a high crotch, and now Dodd locked through the crotch. Sibomana trying to put his weight back, get those hips down, does not want to give up an exposure here, and see if Sibomana can get that head under the knee. You see him putting that head right into the knee. He wants to get underneath of it. And now maybe an exposure. Oh, they stopped it, okay.
Yeah, the whistle, it wasn't terribly loud, but that's why they all released their position. Great balance and strength from both wrestlers. Not to go tumbling around that mat. You got to be real careful you don't overcommit and allow yourself to be countered. But you also have to be incredibly strong to stop the other wrestler from just having their way.
Sibomana really strong in his position here. He's got that head in the neck of Dodd, and now they're going to go to their corners. First period runs out.
Yeah, let me just say, as the singlet critic here, I like what New York is doing there. They got the faded picture of Liberty, and then on the front side there, they have the multicolored Statue of Liberty, the New York in the form of graffiti.
Now, I hate to burst your bubble, Spade, but this is an old New York singlet. They've been Ghostbusters this year.
They are Ghostbusters this year, but I can still critique the singlet that's out there.
All right.
So whoever is responsible for when that happened, but you're right.
Maybe Dunia, maybe he's, I don't know, maybe it's a veiled shot at the Ghostbusters.
Maybe he's saying, I ain't afraid of no
Maybe he ain't afraid, you know? Second period underway, 5 seconds in. Elbow control for Sibomana. He's been hitting that little duck from that elbow control position.
If Dodd is going to get back into this bout, he's going to need to score some points. So if he will win, he will have to win with volume.
Yeah, that's a great point. Ooh, nice little elbow control slide by attempt there from Sibomana, but Dodd recovered, squared up, back to his feet. Dunia gets nice angles, and he's close to a leg attack there, but Dodd now defending in a front head position, trying to get a go behind. Sibomana controlling that elbow, and now Dodd close to it. Quad pod, oh, that elbow was close to touching, but didn't quite. And two offered, but white paddled. Dodd has not been able to figure out this quad pod of Sibomana. Now comes up to the leg, looking to trip. He's super close to it there. I think that knee did hit, and it's 4-2, 2 minutes to go.
So Sibomana was prepared for the frontal assault. So Dodd had to find a way over to his flanks and then take him from the side.
Yeah,
he did.
You got to protect the flanks.
So halfway to that 4-point deficit, chop the lead in half. Time to work, and because Sibomana only got 2 on that original exposure, a 2-point move from Dodd would give him the lead via criteria.
Shot Dodd, nice down block defense for Sibomana. Dodd pulling on the head, taking ground. He's in on a shot. Sibomana's gonna have to be careful not to go out of bounds, and he's close to going out. Are they gonna, oh, wizard defense, grounded.
Yep.
And that's it.
Everything, all white paddles around. Grounded looked like the right call, and good job by Sibomana not being pushed straight out. He wizarded and hipped in just towards the end, so it didn't look like he was fleeing. It's a savvy move for the young man. Both guys sophomores, so we're gonna see a lot more of them in the future. We're gonna start seeing more upperclassmen later, but now at the lower weights, we still have the younger folks.
Dunia Sibomana with that wrist. Now Dodd ducks in. He's on a high crotch head outside shot. Sibomana pulling on that ankle. Dodd improving his position. There's going to be 2 for Sibomana. Rolled through with that ankle, and he's up now 6-2. Trying to step over that leg and maybe look for another exposure. And nice job with the cross face. Switches the position. Sibomana got a couple turns with this position in the semifinal, and now looking for another exposure. Can he settle in? Dunia Sibomana trying to end this, but Dodd going to recover his chest back down to the mat. 25 seconds to go. 8-2 lead. Dunia Sibomana.
2 big scores from Sibomana, showing that he's got plenty left in the tank, a lot of strength late in the match, and he has busted this match wide open, 8-2 with just 19 left on the clock.
Aiden Dodd's got to be thinking big, feet to back. Really needs a fall or quick transition to a turn. Dunia Sibomana in on a double leg, and Dodd chest wrap, 5 seconds. Looks like this is where we're gonna end it, and there it is. Dunia Sibomana of New York, Fargo champion, 113 pounds. Incredible run from the young man from New York. He gets it done, and here we go. Oh, big backflip.
And a flip before the handshake. But hey, he earned it. Incredible job. Jump levels, no doubt about it. That is a great way, if you don't know this young man, to announce his presence. and you should get to know him. Great story out of Long Beach, New York.
Diaz been backflipping. He celebrated that way for his 8th grade state title. We got some highlights. There's that 4-point exposure and a gut wrench. Well, it was actually ruled a 2-point exposure.
Ruled a 2, yeah.
But then there
Don't
were
mean to harp on it so much.
There were the 4 points.
Diaz said doesn't matter.
Dodd trying to work in this quad pod position. This is the one that he was finally able to finish. Got that knee down right there, 4-2. And then here is that roll through for Sibomana.
State inscribed on it, and they've earned it by showing up in force when that wasn't always the case with PA. But the last couple years, they really started to focus. The state association, credit to them, and of course the kids are on the mat as here comes our wrestlers.
Gage Botero coming to the mat from Faith Christian High School. Stud, he's been ranked most of his high school career. He's had good performances here the last couple of years. And now looking to win it on the big stage. Hasn't had the opportunity to do that just yet. He's taking on Brock Rothermel. Rothermel, I believe, 3rd in the state championships this year as a freshman.
There's our tail of the tape, close-up look of these two gentlemen.
And we got a Pirates-Phillies showdown.
That's right, those are the singlets. I mentioned them before, but it's the baseball theme. Team Georgia's got the Atlanta Braves. Pennsylvania's got 2 baseball teams, Phillies on the east, Pirates in the west. And now they're both on the mat battling for Keystone supremacy.
Botero taking a little bit more ground here early going in this match. Both guys, well, Botero from a collar tie and Rothermel trying to defend. Now Botero trying to pull him down in a front head position. We saw Botero get creative in this position in his semifinal against Davis Motika.
And if you want one of my favorite matches of the tournament so far, the quarterfinal bout between Gage Botero and Musa Tamaradze of Massachusetts was a 13-12 thriller. Couldn't ask for a more exciting match as we're trying to get exciting here in a flurry right smack dab in the logo. With a leg is Botero. Doing the splits is Rothermel. Rothermel hopping on one foot. Botero in quad pod trying to bring Rothermel down. Seems inevitable, and there is the takedown, 2 points, officially on the board for Botero. Gut wrench, working to the left. And he gets the turn. Rothermel couldn't stop, they go out of bounds. 4-0, just a little bit over halfway through the first period.
Botero, pretty big favorite here in this matchup. Oh, but it's Rothermel. He's not going to concede so easily. He's in on a shot. Wizard defense for Botero. Botero reaching back, maybe thinking about a Jonesy type position, and Rothermel going to try to step over that leg and secure the 2. Botero hooking that foot before Rothermel can get it in, and they're going to go out of bounds, grounded, no score.
Yeah, good aggressiveness from Botero to get on the board first. Rothermel tried to answer back, but Botero had the defense. This is a junior versus a freshman. Rothermel will have 3 more cracks at a junior national championship, well, no matter what he does here.
Yep.
If he wins or loses.
Botero going to be a senior next year for Faith Christian. He's headed to Michigan following his graduation in 2025. Rothermel just finished his freshman year, going to be a sophomore, so not yet eligible to be recruited. And Rothermel going to be warned for passivity. First warning, not on the clock just yet. 17 seconds left to go, first period.
Final ticks of the second period, and it's going to stay 4-0. Nice period for Botero. You can't rest on a 4-point lead. That's just one move, but that's what you want out of your period. I think he's going to be happy about it. Rothermel's got to try to figure out how he's going to make up that ground.
Botero getting some words of wisdom from Michael Kemmer over there, Pennsylvania legend. Get the pit crew for Rothermel. He's talking to Cole Matthews, Mickey Philippi.
Yeah, no shortage of PA D1 athletes.
There's a shot. Botero and looking for an exposure. I don't believe Rothermel exposed, and it was all white paddled. The knee was a little bit compromised, so they're going to bring that back up to their feet. Botero left side collar tie. Rothermel keeps trying to post on that elbow and get through, but Botero, tough hand fighter. Nice little throw by attempt. Rothermel. Botero squares up. Shot, Rothermel. Botero has got him into a chest wrap position. Now he replaces that arm with the knee, gets around behind. He goes up 6-0. Botero, gut wrench, low level around the waist, and looking for a turn. He gets one. Another one would end the match. Still over 2 minutes to work, and Botero going to go the other direction. Rothermel's head looked like it was close to being out, and there we go. They're going to go back to their feet.
Yeah, power from Botero and a big hole from Rothermel. Going to be tough to climb out of this one, but he's game. He'll quit in Rothermel.
Wow, we had a backflip over there on the 16U mat.
This is a great flipping set of finals.
That's right.
He's having good matches. Every single one so far. We're 3 for 3, about to be 4 for 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Botero with a big time lead right now. Rothermel going to try to work his way back into this one. Nice attack. Botero, Rothermel just sort of relaxing his stance a little bit, but shot from space, wasn't able to get it. Now Rothermel going to counter. He's around behind. Quad pod. Botero's knee or supporting point has not hit yet. It's getting close, and there it is. 8-2.
See, Botero, this happens in quad pod defense. You hold out, and then finally they call it, and you got to wait for it to be confirmed, and then you relax and finally belly out.
Interesting position there where Botero, since Rothermel come up out of his stance, took a, not a super well-timed attack and ended up giving up the score. Now Rothermel takes an attack. Botero in chest wrap. He doesn't want to get pulled up here. It's grounded right now. And, one offered.
White paddle, white paddle. But that's what Rothermel has to do. Shoot, shoot, and shoot. You got to attack. You have to be a little bit cautious because Botero can counter. But, rather go down swinging than play it safe and just absolutely let the clock run out.
Absolutely cannot win without creating wrestling positions. And there's a shot, Rothermel in a re-attack. Botero staying in good position. Now Rothermel trying to pull him down. And Rothermel now is in trouble because he can't come up out of that grounded position. Botero looking, he got his bell rung a little bit, 33 seconds to go.
They gave one to Botero for fleeing.
Okay.
Which, I guess, Rothermel now looking to get 2 more. He's got to get this and then get back up to his feet. Botero locked around the head. No score, and good defense from Botero.
Yeah, he had
real close to giving up that low double.
I think if Rothermel would have popped that head out, it would have given it to him. And now Botero in a low-level attack. They're going to keep an eye on this knee. Botero aware of that angle. He just wants to kind of ride out the clock down here. And now he may be able to work up and finish. 5 seconds to go. He's going to get the takedown. 11-2. Gage Botero going to win this thing by 9 points. And after a couple strong All-American showings the last couple years, Gage Botero gets it done on the big stage. He's a Fargo champ at 120 pounds in the junior division. It was going to be a title either way for Team PA, but it's Gage Botero, the number 8 ranked wrestler in the country, getting it done.
King of the Keystone State, Gage Botero, 11-2, dominant. Still have not had a early stoppage in our 4 finals matches so far. All decisions. All with points for both wrestlers.
All VPOs, VPO ones. Whichever one knows what that means.
Everybody knows exactly how those scores work. We'll see some replays here. It's going to be mostly Botero. Rothermel, though, did not go down without a fight. Made it interesting. Here's the power. Parterre is the difference maker in freestyle, if you guys didn't know. Same with Matt as well. He pops out here next to that Team Georgia team who have re-topped. They've unpopped those tops. They're back on.
Koufax Christensen of Iowa will be headed to Oklahoma next year. He'll be a Sooner. Aaron Seidel, still another year of high school before he heads down to Blacksburg and attends Virginia Tech.
Our two wrestlers posing for the camera there in the tail of the tape, and there they are, a fun little split screen. Watch them get ready.
What's more fun than a split screen?
And when you got multi-cameras, you got to use them. You got to let people know there are multiple cameras here.
Action underway. Will Koufax Christensen of Iowa pull off this Cinderella run against Aaron Seidel, the number 6 ranked wrestler in the country of Pennsylvania? Underhook Seidel, and in the semifinal, the underhook of Seidel made it pretty evident this is a guy that trains with Chance Marsteller.
Yeah, Chance Marsteller has a style, and he has been coaching up a ton of wrestlers in a short amount of time. They came out of nowhere.
Look at that, Seidel looking for a fall. Seidel was pinned last year in the Fargo Finals, trying to return the favor this year, and looking for a trapped arm. He's got this thing locked up, and there's gonna be 2. Trying to go back to a recoverable or a defensible position.
It's tough when you have the arm trapped. They still say that's defensible.
Oh, that was 2 offered, but white paddle.
Yeah, nobody came close to exposing there. But heat of the moment, right in the battle, and we're gonna come back up to our feet. Love the way Seidel was just applying constant pressure, looking for an opening, felt it from Christensen, and then went right for that dump, got the 4 and then 1 turn. Really impressive start to the bout, and a 6-0 lead. Not insurmountable, but it's a very solid lead.
Shot Seidel, held onto that elbow, look for that dump again. And he's got Christensen in some serious danger, and now went to that same position, looked for that dump, ended up just trading it for the single leg, came out the back door, and 8-0. 1 turn would end it for Seidel. This guy is fixated on winning this match. Look at him, looking for this gut wrench. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get it or if they'll go back to their feet, but right now Seidel with all the answers here at 126 pounds.
Yeah, a lot of power for Seidel. Don't let the 126 pounds or the thin frames of these guys fool you. They're hitting the mat with a lot of force.
Seidel looks for that single leg again, now tries to drag opposite side, now going back the other way, and he was close. Now kind of double overs, had him locked for a second.
Yeah, that was gonna be just a straight on bully for the Tech if he got the 2 points there.
Good job by Christensen recovering up, and now he's trying to work from an underhook. Seidel though with head position, making it tough. Seidel looks for that high crotch, but gets caught underneath. See if Christensen can work from this front head position. Seidel clears it. Now they're back up to their feet. 40 seconds to go, first period.
Christensen needs to weather this storm. He's got 30 seconds to make it to the break and get maybe a reset, or hey, steal some points here and make it even easier for yourself. But Seidel is relentless.
Seidel in on this single leg, and that's it. Aaron Seidel takes a moment to enjoy his victory. Big flex. It's been a long time coming. He was close last year, made the finals, and then thrown to his back and pinned. Now here he is with a Tech in the first period. Aaron Seidel, Fargo champion at 126 pounds.
Well earned, ran the gauntlet, got through all the competition, and yeah, revenge or redemption story, whatever you want to call it. Great effort by Koufax Christensen. Should be proud of that effort. As we look at some replays, Seidel, there's him putting Christensen on his back early in the match. Then he gets a quick turn out of it. Can't get another turn. And then here is dump, just pops his head out behind to rack up to 8. Here's the match ender. Aaron Seidel is your Fargo champ. A lot of relief there. And let us relieve you of the mat for a second. We'll go to a commercial break and come right back for more Fargo. literally circled it in my notes right here already.
It's been circled. It's Jax Forrest and Seth Mendoza. These two have met twice in the last calendar year. They've each got a victory, and most recently it was Seth Mendoza with the win. But Jax Forrest going to try to redeem himself, and there he is coming down the steps. Jax Forrest from Pennsylvania, part of that Bishop McCourt crew that has kind of been taking the wrestling world by storm in the last year or so.
Yeah, the future of American wrestling. Jax Forrest, originally from North Carolina, has been up in Pennsylvania for a good while now, wrestling for Bishop McCourt. And his opponent from Illinois. These guys, hey, they're both in the pound-for-pound rankings. Something you know a little bit about, the national high school rankings. It's not often two guys pound-for-pound in high school meet like they have and create a rivalry like they had. Usually guys end up in different weight classes. They stop seeing each other. But we've got one of the best matches you could possibly wish for right here on mat number 1.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Jax Forrest maybe a little more shine throughout his high school career, but Seth Mendoza is absolutely formidable. He teched Jax Forrest last time they wrestled. That was just a couple months ago at the US Open, and he's going to try to do it again. Jax Forrest going to try to get the win. This one, I cannot wait, and we're underway in the red. Jax Forrest, Pennsylvania. Seth Mendoza in the blue from Illinois. Mendoza's elbow control position. Oh, look at that little throw by Jax, looking for the takedown. White paddle, no points, and Forrest still attacking in on a leg. Gonna try to finish here. Forrest goes up to the head. He has a half Nelson in. Gets the 2. He's gonna get another 2 on the turn. 4-0. Forrest coming out hard at the beginning of this match, and now to an unconventional leg lace. 2 more. He's up 6-0, 30 seconds into this match.
Forrest trying to make a statement here. That was a beautiful scramble. Mendoza, 2 more for Forrest, taking him straight back. And Mendoza's wrestling great, but it's Forrest with an answer for everything he does. Still working on parterre, same sequence.
Oh, they stopped that one right as Forrest got to his lock. The Bishop McCourt corner didn't like it, but Forrest did have plenty of time to work, and now up 8 points. Seth Mendoza is going to have to get himself back in this match.
Yeah, Mendoza has to shake that off, forget about those points, just wrestle his match right now, figure out a way to get through Forrest's defenses. He's barely even had a chance to attack yet, so, stick to the game plan. Stick to what you started this match planning to do.
Forrest moves so powerfully in directions you don't expect. You saw him working for that trapped arm, and then all of a sudden he pulled Mendoza straight back. It's got to be hard to game plan for, but now Mendoza has to get back. An underhook for Mendoza, and now Mendoza looking for a go behind. He's close to it. Forrest hooks the elbow. Now Forrest going to try to come out. Quad pod position. If he can break down, he got it. And Jax Forrest with the tech. 10-0, and he kind of shrugs at the corner. 90 seconds is all it took for Jax Forrest to win one of the marquee matchups of this tournament. He's going to get the hand raise. He's going to get a golden ticket to Who's Number 1, and he's got the victory here at 132 pounds.
What a statement win by Jax Forrest, and he did it in the most exquisite way. His gyro in freestyle is second to none at his age level. You see the way he's taken Mendoza.
Spade, before we get to our 138-pounders, you just did an incredible math problem.
I'm still reeling from what we just saw Jax Forrest do to an incredible wrestler like Seth Mendoza over the course of 7 matches. That's how deep these brackets are. 7 matches, Jax Forrest outscored his opponents 74-3. So that's all the math I plan on doing today, but I think that paints a picture of just how dominant, how crazy that last run of Jax Forrest was through this bracket.
All right, and we got to change gears because this match is another one of the marquee matchups of the tournament. We're going to have Sergio Vega from Arizona taking on Drew Gorman from Georgia. Gorman coming down to the stairs just now. He's going to be in the blue. Gorman ranked number 1 in the country at 138 pounds. Vega ranked number 3 down at 132. But this is the matchup for the top spot in the country.
This has got Who's Number 1 implications. You mentioned that Jax Forrest is going to get a golden ticket. Whatever happens here will have an effect on who gets invited. And right off the bat, Gorman, tricep control dump, and he's got 2 and a trap arm.
Vega trying to defend, but man, that thing is tight. Can Gorman continue to wrestle here? Look for the exposure. He goes back to the trap arm. Vega defending with that post on the right side. Now Gorman trying to get that leg in, and Gorman has had a fast start to a number of his matches. He's overwhelmed his opponents, and he has ended matches quickly. Vega able to avoid giving up a whole bunch of turns there. So 2-0. And Sergio Vega, one of the trickiest guys in this tournament to wrestle. He does things that very few people do.
Yeah, Gorman, been watching some of his matches, strong and precise. In the quarterfinals, he beat a highly ranked St. Herring 12-2 in the second period, and then he pinned his opponent in the semis after 1 minute and 23 seconds.
Sergio Vega looks for the shot to one leg and then look for the other one. Now he's going elbow control. Thinking about a dump, and I think grounded is going to be the call. I wondered if we might see a step out, but grounded was the call. So still 2-0 for Gorman.
And a nice high pace from both of these wrestlers, getting fired out of the gates.
Shot Gorman, he's in deep. Vega is tricky in these defensive positions. He's locked through the crotch. Gorman trying to elevate. We may see him go straight back, looking for an exposure. Vega trying to pull out these ankles. Vega may be on his head, but make no mistake, he knows what he's doing. And Gorman trying to elevate. Vega continue to advance on these ankles. Vega getting tricky down here. What's he gonna do with the foot? I think we're gonna see a stalemate. Yep, there it is.
A lot of tactics go into those positions like that. One move out of place and your opponent can take advantage, score either an exposure or a takedown. So a lot of mat savvy, a lot of expertise already for these two young wrestlers. And 138, man, these lightweights and middleweights, once you get out of the first couple of weight classes, they're so deep with so much talent. These guys are so advanced for their age. Yeah, and I am so impressed.
Drew Gorman in on another attack. This time gets head underneath the knee. Vega trying to pull that foot out. And Vega in better position than he has been. Now maybe try to lock through the crotch. We'll see. Now he goes to that near leg. And Vega capturing that foot. See if he can work for an exposure here. Vega now locked on the leg. Gorman straightens Vega's leg. Vega able to get his better position. He's going to improve. And I missed the whistle there.
It's loud here in the Fargo Dome, but yeah, that's why everybody kind of just let go and slough off to the side. They're back to their feet. Still 2-0 for Gorman, and Gorman has still been extremely intense in this match, but Vega's been able to withstand as another flurry just goes crazy, and it's Vega that comes out behind for two.
Vega now looking for a leg lace. Gonna try to collect this other ankle and not gonna be able to get it. They're gonna come back up to their feet. 2-2 now, Vega leads on criteria.
Gorman trying to use the strength and precision. And Vega a little bit more wild, got the better of Gorman that time. Wild but controlled.
Short time left. We'll see if we see an attack in this last 10 seconds. Gorman level changes, but no leg attack. Shot Vega, re-attack there. Gorman, 4 seconds left, and Vega in on a leg. Can he get it? 2 seconds, sets the hip down. 2 offered, will it be confirmed?
White paddle from
wow.
both, yeah. So whistle had a good look on it. Would have been 2 if there was another second on the clock, but chairperson and table judge said no dice. Still 2-2.
Never know how big these guys are gonna get in college, but there's a chance we can see these guys battle down the road. Drew Gorman committed to Virginia Tech, class of 2025, and also class of 2025, Sergio Vega, he's going to Cornell, so.
Yep, and good chance they'll see each other in college if they stay the same weight. Virginia Tech doing well with wrestlers from Georgia.
Second period underway. Snap there, Vega. Now he snaps to the legs. He's in deep on a shot. Gorman trying to attack the ankles, looking to counter. Vega gonna try to come out the back door. Gorman looked for an exposure, but went across his back. White paddle, but 2 is confirmed. 4-2 now. Vega leads. See if he can work from parterre.
Yeah, and whether that was white paddled or not. I mean, I guess Gorman could have wrestled differently, but Vega came out on top definitively.
Elbow to elbow gut wrench, but Gorman steps over the leg, and Vega doesn't want to get stepped over and pinned, so has to give up on the gut wrench.
Good balance from Gorman. See gut wrenches, it's the easiest hold to get. You lock around the waist and you got it. but it can be dangerous. It's not without its perils as Gorman goes in on a shot head on the outside.
Lock there, Vega attacking an ankle and an elbow, and now Vega going back down to those ankles. This is where he is so tricky.
Yeah, you get a guy like Vega.
Ooh.
He gets the exposure there, big crotch lock, and he's got the legs twisted up. He's got that legs turked, and another turn. And Vega now with an 8-2 lead in the second period. He's pulling away.
Attack Sergio Vega's legs at your own risk.
Yeah, I said wild earlier. That's not the right adjective. He's unpredictable. It just looks wild, but Vega knows what he's doing out there, and he's got Gorman down 6 points. Now, not an insurmountable lead, and there is some time to wrestle, but clock not working in Gorman's favor.
Level change there for Vega, reaches for the legs. Gorman, good sprawl defense, and now he's gonna try to work from this front head position. Elbow control, man, Vega. Good job, sucker drag, and now he's gonna get a takedown on the edge. Sergio Vega starting to widen the gap, 10-2.
And now you can see Gorman just getting frustrated. Started off this match, you know, his game plan working. Got the first points, but it's been all Vega ever since. As Gorman a little slow and deliberate to get back to the mat, to the center, not as fast as Danny Blackshear, our head official, would have liked.
Gorman in deep on that shot, trying to come out the back door. We've seen Vega be really effective from here, and Vega gonna try to scoot around behind. Under a minute to go. Gorman has that ankle back hooked. Has Vega elevated. Vega trying to grab that ankle of Gorman's, and he's trying to kick out that armpit. Vega wants to extend Gorman here. They're gonna come back up, stalemate, 38 seconds to go.
Yeah, that cost Gorman a lot of time. And you see he's a little slow to get up again. Unless he is firing on all cylinders, this is not the time to be short on stamina. 30 seconds and an 8-point deficit. Things looking good for Sergio Vega right now.
Vega gets to a shot, now extended. That's gonna kill more clock, and Gorman working from this short short out offense position. 17 seconds to go.
Control that center.
Vega level change. Gorman locked on a leg. 10 seconds to go. Vega now reached across the waist momentarily. Gorman may try to go straight back for an exposure. Vega kind of locked out, but now Vega improves his position. Time's gonna expire. 10-2. Sergio Vega of Arizona.
Taking out number 1, Drew Gorman, up a weight class. What a match for Sunnyside, Arizona High School. Sergio Vega gets the dub.
Yeah, Vega gonna be getting a golden ticket in just a little bit. He'll get an invite to Who's Number 1. Love watching that guy compete, totally unpredictable. That was that first dump attack from Gorman. After this though, it was all Sergio Vega. And let's take a look at some of the highlights from him. We're back, 144-pounders coming up next, and we've got a familiar face of the Fargo Finals. Daniel Zepeda, you see him at the top of the stairs there. He's from California. He was a runner-up here last year, trying to climb one step higher on the podium, but to do it, he's got to beat Smokey McClure of Washington. And Zepeda gonna take the mat in the red singlet.
Zepeda, an electric factory, they call him Sauce. Because Dave, he's got the sauce.
That's what I heard. Coming down the stairs now, Smokey McClure of Washington. He moved across country this last year to compete for Wyoming Seminary in Pennsylvania, and now representing Washington one last time before he moves on to start his college career at Utah Valley University.
Yeah, one of the best names at the tournament, in my opinion. Smokey McClure had a great run to make it to the finals. See what he's got for the favorite, Daniel Zepeda. Big hand fight to start things off.
Smokey McClure taking out Jace Roller in the semifinals. That's a top 10 ranked opponent, but now he's got his hands full with Daniel Zepeda. Zepeda ranked 4th in the country. He beat number 3 Pearson Manville in the semifinal just to make it here.
And that was a slugfest. Manvilles, they don't go down easy. A wrestling family now from State College, PA. And Zepeda had to dig deep to get that dub. Now he's in the finals.
2-on-1 for McClure, and looks for a little 2-on-1 snap. They're going to warn Zepeda for passivity unless this turns into a point scoring situation. And they're going to stop it. Zepeda warned, and if he gets warned one more time, he'll go on the activity clock.
McClure, very strong, very powerful. You have to respect his strength. Zepeda, he's a very creative wrestler. Wrestles out of Gilroy. Got Daniel Cormier in his corner. His wrestlers usually have a few tricks up their sleeves.
Yeah, absolutely. Zepeda working on snaps, fakes, looking for a shot here. Zepeda now have to go up to the body. McClure trying to stay in bounds, and it's going to be a point for Zepeda on the step out.
Yep. There's the point. It is confirmed. Zepeda on the board first. So don't look for an activity clock because these guys, not a ton of points on the board yet, only the one, but they have been active. They have been hand fighting and moving around the mat. No shortage of action.
Zepeda working from that underhook. Seems like a position he's been working on a little bit coming into Fargo. He's had some success there now. Zepeda look for that shot. McClure looking for a go behind. Zepeda spin move.
Ooh, 360.
Cleared out. And now they're going to warn McClure for passivity unless we see a point scored here.
Now the passivity's white paddled.
Okay, just the mat official wanting to offer that.
That's right. And McClure with Cornell Robinson in his corner. Wyoming Sem, coach of, I guess, director. He coaches both men's and the women's team, so he's been busy. He had to coach a lot of the girls in the women's tournament that happened the first 2 days.
Shot Zepeda, head inside, and McClure tried to expose him, but Zepeda, they're gonna give him 4 feet to back, and now Zepeda locking up. He's got the knees together. See if he goes for this lace. Cormier wants him to go now. 15 seconds left in the period, and can he get it? The official was worried about the knee.
I think that's how the move's supposed to work.
Sometimes when they stop it for danger, they'll restart him at parterre. Not this time. 12 seconds to go.
Yeah, Zepeda locked up the best he could. Good defense from McClure to keep his legs in an awkward position for that lace. And sometimes you have to take them north-south rather than east-west to get the turn. It's a junior division. We're in high school, so better safe than sorry. I didn't want to speak too soon there. But I think at the senior level, you probably see that play out a little bit more.
Absolutely, and it's a 5-0 lead. Daniel Zepeda, you see there talking to UFC star and Olympian Daniel Cormier.
Yeah,
You mentioned Cornell Robinson in Smokey McClure's corner. You mentioned he's got to coach a lot, partly because he's coaching athletes from a whole bunch of different states.
That's right, yeah, but Wyoming Sem recruits nationally. One of the best prep programs in the nation, located in Eastern PA. They wrestle a true national schedule, along with their rivals Blair, Malvern Prep, some other schools, Lake Highland Prep. But it could go on. Don't want to leave anybody out, but we got to focus on this match right now. 5-point lead for Zepeda. Got that clutch 4-point exposure in that scramble. We'll see what McClure can answer him with here in the second.
Yeah, and you know, when you're wrestling Zepeda and trailing, you're gonna have to attack, but Zepeda's got really good counters as well. So see what Zepeda can do in this chest wrap position. Zepeda looking for that leg and now goes back to the other direction. McClure gonna take a shot on the edge. Zepeda, good job circling. Zepeda keeps his opponents off balance with those constant fakes. And now McClure in deep on a shot. Zepeda locked around the waist. Can he score here? Looking for a drag, gets to the leg, and Zepeda close to the finish. Elevates, now comes around behind. McClure still in quad pod and now hip hits. 7-0. Zepeda in the lead with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, that was just determination from Zepeda, but also you can see all the hours in the room paying off there. Knew what position to get into, knew where to apply pressure, and McClure, for as tough as he is, just couldn't get out of danger. Gave up the 2 after a lot of effort from Zepeda, but it paid off. And
Nice job, McClure. Ooh, he's around behind. Quad pod, knee's gonna hit. 7-2, minute 35 to go.
Yeah, Zepeda can't take his foot completely off the gas yet. There's a lot of time left. 90 seconds. 5-point lead is nice, but match is not over. Time ticking away on McClure, though. McClure, he does not have time to dilly-dally.
Yeah, he's got to get it going. He has shown the ability to score, but he's got to do that a whole bunch more. Minute 5 to go. Shot, now re-attack from Zepeda, controlling that elbow still.
Yeah, Zepeda very comfortable wrestling from space as he drives McClure out of bounds. 1, and we could see fleeing in 1. Yep, that's called, and the fleeing is white paddled. So just the point, but yeah, Zepeda almost waiting for McClure, kind of baiting him to take in his shots because his re-attacks are lethal. Big snap there, and McClure, 45 seconds, 6-point deficit.
Hard collar tie there, Zepeda. Now shot McClure. Zepeda gets to the leg on a re-attack, head outside. McClure still pressuring in. Nice limp leg there for Zepeda.
Zepeda very comfortable there with that re-attack. McClure came in, it was a nice shot. He was ready for it, and then when McClure readjusted, just a quick limp leg. Just very smooth back out into a neutral position.
20 seconds left now. McClure picking up his hand fight a little bit. Trying to bully that head of Zepeda, 15 seconds to go. McClure needs a pin or quick takedown to turn. Zepeda to a single leg, and he's gonna finish it there. 4 and 2 offered, just 4 red.
Yeah, I think just 4 red is how it's gonna go. And no, 4 and 2 and then 1. All right, 4-2-1.
13-4 is the final score. Daniel Zepeda wins 9 points. Points to the sky, he flexes. Daniel Zepeda fired up. Hey, maybe we see a rematch between him and Bo Bassett. Who's number 1?
You think, maybe?
I would love to.
Just a quick tease for the fans. Just imagine that. Maybe we'll see it again. Zepeda go in on the shot. We got some highlights, though, of this match before we look too far ahead. That's where he got the 4. Now he comes behind, gets 2 more. McClure's going to answer with a nice little go behind, and Zepeda down to the mat he goes. But it's not over because we got this crazy flurry after a step out. Makes it 8-2. Well, we missed that final flurry, but that's all right. We got big smiles from the guy with the sauce. And there is the guy with the stop sign, and we're going to be the guys that send it to commercial, and we'll come back with more wrestling in the Fargo Dome.
We are back. We got 157-pounders coming to the mat, and another great match to look forward to. This one's going to be between Isaiah Jimenez of Arizona and Melvin Miller, Pennsylvania. Melvin Miller with one of the most impressive performances of anybody throughout this event. So he's got to get it done here in the finals. Miller has had ranked opponents since the round of 32. And he's got another one in front of him here.
That's
Jimenez.
a gauntlet.
That's a gauntlet. Jimenez here ranked 18th in the country. He had a victory by forfeit over Vince Bouzakis in the semifinals. And Melvin Miller sitting at number 8 down at 150 pounds, but now up at 157. And
more future stars coming out of Bishop McCourt. A young freshman, Melvin Miller, and he'll get Isaiah Jimenez of Arizona. Gilbert, Arizona. Valiant Prep is where he attends. And we're just about ready to get things underway.
action underway. Jimenez, a senior, he's committed to Penn. He'll be a Quaker next year.
Fighting Quakers, one of the best kind of mascots.
Shot, Miller gets to the double leg and just gonna get one on the step out. And he's gonna call injury time, and he's holding his shoulder. You gotta hope Miller's okay.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's early. Really hope this is precautionary, because it was Miller's attack too. It was not a weird reaction to something or a counter. Just a double. It takes Jimenez off the mat, and looks like he was ready to go back up, and then the trainer's like, no, back down here.
You can roll out that shoulder. And Miller's got more wrestling to do this summer. He's on the U17 World Team. Miller gonna reach up, stretch out that shoulder, and he's gonna come back to action. Shot, Miller looking for the dump, he's gonna get the takedown.
Speed and power, deadly combo, and a quick score for Miller. A freshman ranked at 150, up at 157.
This guy has had an incredible freshman year. Won Super 32, won a PIAA state title, made a U17 world team, and there's Jimenez on the re-attack. Out of bounds, just one offered on the step out, could not get that knee down. 3-1 now, Jimenez leads. Hard collar tie, Miller. Left side now working from an underhook.
Yeah, nice action to start things off. Jimenez took what Miller was offering and answered back, but now Miller again on a single leg. Wow, great defense, Jimenez.
And not a lot of guys able to counter that ankle pick that Melvin Miller hits. We saw him get one on this stage in the round of 16 against Claudio Torres. That was super quick. Hard snap. Miller now looking for that dump again, still has that elbow, switches to the single. Jimenez tries to spin out, able to clear the position. Stalemate, head back to their feet, minute 25 to go, first period.
Yeah, both wrestlers still moving really well. No signs of shoulder trouble for Miller after that initial shot.
I did wonder a little bit about him maybe letting go of that ankle pick in a situation where he maybe would have powered through a little bit, but oh, still looking good. Gets back to it again, and now trying to run through a double. Jimenez, powerful.
Yeah, just great hips, sprawling down. Now going to try, oh, he's going for that head pinch, but Miller toughed himself out of there. Seatbelt Wizard, we got a stalemate. Back to the center, 49 seconds left in the period.
Isaiah Jimenez has had strong performances throughout this year. He was 7th at the US Open U20 division. And at the U20 World Team Trials, he beat Paul Kelly, who we just saw in the finals down at 150.
Yeah, not bad. You know, you can rattle off everything these guys have won, and it's just the best of the best. And then they all come here to Fargo. This is a crown jewel, not just the best, the crown jewel of the USA Wrestling high school freestyle season, but this is something everybody wants in their resume as they go up. They're going to be talking about it later. College wrestlers talk about it. Olympians talk about it. It's just known as Fargo. It's been here for decades, and it's an institution in and of itself.
Headed to the break. 3-1 still the lead for Miller, and after the quick attack that he got off to early in the match, you got the feeling like he might try to end this early, but you know, things have slowed down since that pause for the shoulder injury. Be curious how this second period looks.
Yeah, Jimenez out there a little early. Miller taking the full 30 seconds. Talking to Coach Bassett. Now he's back out there. Fresh 3 minutes on the clock, and we're back to action.
Jimenez looking to get a go behind there, but Miller, he moves so well in those positions. Tough to get behind. Melvin Miller won't be recruitable for another year, but feeling a lot of people are going to be curious where he's going to end up.
Yeah, you got to see firsthand 2 of his teammates at Bishop McClure, Bill Bassett and Jax Forrest, got dozens of calls starting at midnight, going all through the day from D1 coaches. And that'll be him soon enough.
Shot, Miller, he's in deep. Jimenez trying to defend, but both knees hit. And Jimenez reaching back still, so they haven't awarded the takedown. Weird little belly wizard position. And great defense there from Jimenez. Now he gets on top. He's gonna take a lead on criteria, 3-3.
I don't know how you get out of that jam. 2 feet wrapped up, dead to rights. He just reaches back just kind of casually, grabs a waist. No 2 is awarded. And next thing you know, he's fully around.
You got the trainer coming back out, and
do we have some blood? Because Coach Bassett's going for the paper towels. Usually that means blood.
We're going to try to clean that up.
That's Henry Cejudo in the corner. We had a couple of MMA stars here in the building. Daniel Cormier was coaching. And Triple C, another Olympian, Olympic gold medalist, and UFC champ. He's not in the corner. That's his brother, Angel Cejudo, for Jimenez. But Henry, mat side, or stage side, as it were.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm watching Henry Cejudo over there. He's not in the corner, but he's doing plenty of coaching from down there, mat side.
Yeah, we can hear him over here. We're about halfway on the other side of the stage from him. Angel does a great job at Valiant Prep, leading those practices. They're filled with tons and tons of youth wrestlers in Arizona, and it's guys like that, it's programs like that that just pull the sport forward in all ways at the grassroots level. As we're all set to go again, all the blood cleaned up. We've got 2 minutes, a little less to go, 3-3, and Jimenez with the criteria lead, trying to take out Melvin Miller.
Jimenez with, oh man, there's that ankle pick. Miller's so quick at that. Jimenez has proven to be really tough to score on, though. Gets the leg back to the mat. Still 3-3. Miller, though, nice re-attack, follows up. Jimenez puts him on his back. Oh, 2 offered and confirmed, and now a trapped arm gut. It's 7-3.
Jimenez with counters for days. He's Houdini himself out of trouble. Miller is getting to his legs at will. He is ankle picking at will, and Jimenez is rolling with those punches and coming up with points. And part of that is that par-terre offense. That's a differentiator. 7-3, 1 minute 15 to go. Can Miller come back, or will Jimenez get the dub? 70
seconds. Melvin Miller has proven to have potent offense, but these counters of Jimenez, incredible. What's going to happen here?
Yeah, I'm dumbfounded by these counters. With Miller in textbook positioning, he's faster than you can keep up with, and Jimenez somehow turns it into his favor.
Tell you what, having Angel Cejudo in your corner is really nice for game planning. By the way, he's going to be in Helen Maroulis' corner at the Olympic Games.
Angel is.
Angel is. Shot. Melvin Miller, 35 to go. Jimenez looking for another go behind. He's got now Melvin Miller down in a short office position. 30 seconds, he can kill a little bit of clock here.
Yeah, Miller's starting to run out of steam. Not quite as quick and precise as he has been. Jimenez looks at his coaches. He's got 23 seconds to go. I like those Arizona singlets too. It's a cool pattern. The singlet critic is chiming in, and the Olympic rings, because that's what everybody's sights are set on.
20 seconds,
year.
Melvin Miller attacking towards the edge. Moving forward, takes a shot. Feet to back would give him the lead, and can he do it? Milver's around behind, 11 seconds to go. He's got the takedown, he's gonna release a turn. Out of bounds, 8 seconds left. We've seen Melvin Miller come from behind at Super 32. He's done it at the PIAA state tournament, and now he has got to get a takedown with 8 seconds left.
It doesn't get much more dramatic than this. 8 seconds is enough time. Can Miller do it?
Miller coming forward. He's gonna get, Jimenez gonna get warned. Just an attention for passivity.
Yeah.
Miller wants another second on the clock, but they're not gonna change it. It's 4 seconds left. Miller shoots, changes levels. He's in, deep under attack, 2 seconds. He got it! Melvin Miller got the takedown, 2 offered and confirmed. 7-7, we're gonna see a brick, I'd imagine.
Get out of here, did he get that in 2 seconds?
Melvin Miller, I saw the hip hit with a second to go. He comes from behind, what an incredible match.
Just forget about it, that match was insane.
We're gonna get another look at it here on the replay, because they're gonna review this here in the arena. And you can see it in the screenshot. There's 1 second left, the hip is hit.
I think it's gonna stand. Are you kidding me?
Unreal performance.
Insane, there's the replay on your screen, you're seeing it. Jimenez did everything. He took every shot. He figured out every way to counter, and Miller would not be denied. This is a Fargo final for the ages.
I gotta watch that again. That was incredible.
Instant classic, instant classic. Melvin Miller, a freshman.
I mean, hey, look out Amon Jordan. This guy's gonna be coming for a world title here in about a month.
Yeah, you're gonna see some foreign coaches scouting out that match. How do you stop that guy when he gets a full head of steam? A freshman.
65 pounds, and this is a good one. We've got Alicio Penton, who is back. He's gonna be wearing the blue, but first you're gonna see Elliot Humphreys. Humphreys, a little bit of a surprise finals. He's from Massachusetts, but navigated a tough 165-pound bracket, finds himself in the Fargo finals, and he's gonna have his hands full with Alicio Penton.
From Del Barton, New Jersey. Clark, New Jersey, goes to Del Barton, a prep school, also in North Jersey. Humphreys, Massachusetts man. Not too many New Englanders make it to the Fargo finals, so that's good to see.
Penton, part of a massive 2025 Cornell recruiting class. We've already seen Sergio Vega. He's part of that class. He won this tournament. We got guys like Anthony Knox, a whole bunch of other really good guys, and they're underway. Penton in the blue, Humphreys in the red. I've gotten to call a couple of Humphreys matches, his quarterfinal and his semifinal. This guy's just relentless, does not stop, but Penton, super tough. Look at that little duck takedown into a trap arm. Humphreys, though, able to get that arm out in front of him. Penton now a little bit better positioning on the trapped arm, close to the gut range, gonna get it once. Humphreys slips the arm out. Penton now that high gut lock, and he's got a leg in. Now goes trapped arm on the opposite side. 4-0 the lead for Penton. Just 42 seconds into this match.
Yeah, smart with those trap arms. You see that technique used a lot, and it's important, especially at these levels. You get that trap arm, you get used to that so that you have a lot better chance of not getting stepped over on those gut wrenches. When you turn over, you got a better chance of going all the way through, not getting stuck under there and giving up some counterpoints. But Penton setting the tone of this bout as Humphreys looks like he's got a wound there on his right cheek. That's probably been giving him trouble for most of this tournament.
Humphreys already with tape across the bridge of the nose, and now another face wound, and sometimes that's what it takes to win this tournament. Whole lot of wrestling with your face.
Yeah, you come out of Fargo, it's almost always with battle scars, wounds. You get banged up a little bit. These are massive, massive brackets, 6-7 matches to get to the finals. More if you go all the way through the wrestle backgrounds.
Saw Penton hit that little duck under. Oh, he goes big with the trip. 4 offer to confirm, and now maybe a fall. Penton's got him rolling across his back quite a bit.
Yeah, I think when you slide on your back, they're supposed to call a fall, but tough to get in position, and you got to look to the, it's, and then another turn. It's
a
fall has to get confirmed, and Penton's so smooth in these transitions. He wants the fall. He's not giving up.
Trying to settle in here.
He wants the VFA.
Penton,
I
think was, he had Humphrey scooting across the mat so quickly the official could not get himself into position.
Yep.
And that's going to do it. 10-0. Big flex. Penton looks at the camera and says, that's how you do it. And, I would have loved to have done it that way.
Yeah, I think anybody that has done it that way would agree. That's how this is how we do it for those that have done it.
Wow. Man, I want to get another look at that trip.
So smooth, right? Good.
Yeah.
A little bit of pressure coming at Penton. First, that duck was beautiful, right into the trap arm.
There's the turn off the trap arm.
It's up here in the upper weights that are just as good credential-wise, rankings-wise. These are pound-for-pound guys. Top 5 in the weight class. New Jersey and Connecticut, 2 Northeast guys, the tri-state area.
That's right, and William Hinkle from Connecticut. He does a lot of his wrestling in New Jersey at Blair Academy, but still representing Connecticut.
Burton from Farmingdale, New Jersey, but goes to the private school St. Joseph's Regional, North Jersey powerhouse prep school. Jersey with the singlets. They went Godfather theme for a lot of their gear. This might be an older singlet. It's got a Jersey Devil on the side that Burton's wearing.
That's right.
Connecticut often goes Hartford Whaler themed, defunct hockey team, but a lot of Connecticut folks have pride in that team. A little busier singlet on Hinkle right now. I don't know if I've seen that one before, but interesting patterns, complex patterns.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
we're
love
underway.
the patterns. Yeah, here we go. Ryan Burton in the red, taking on Will Hinkle in the blue. Both these guys, a lot of pink on the singlets.
Yeah, you got the blue, you got the red, and you can get some pastels in there too. It's it's a fashion statement.
They got the fashionable compression shorts also, both these guys.
Yeah, sticking out the bottom.
Hard collar tie there for Hinkle.
They penalize you that in international tournaments, so don't get into bad habits. Make sure you're able to change into something that doesn't stick out the bottom when you go overseas. But for now, no big deal.
Hinkle going to be worn for passivity first. And these guys both pretty tactical.
Yeah, after some crazy action, back and forth. 157 we're going to be talking about for a while, and then following up with destruction at 165 in about a minute. Now things are kind of calming down a little bit. The vibe has shifted ever so slightly because you have two evenly matched guys there. We've been talking about how good these guys are.
Yeah, absolutely. Super good hand fighters, good positioning from both guys, and it's Burton this time, going to be worn for passivity. Neither guy on the clock just yet.
And if it's 0-0 after another 15 seconds or so, expect to see a passivity warning go up soon.
Burton taking that little half shot, hoping to get Hinkle put on that activity clock. Hinkle trying to hold center. Hinkle picking up the fakes a little bit. And they're waiting to see what Hinkle's going to do, signaling blue. And they're going to put Will Hinkle on the clock. If he's unable to score in the next 30 seconds, you'll see a point go on the board for Burton.
And rule change a year or two ago, if Burton scores, that clock keeps ticking. Only Hinkle can remove that clock with a score.
Under a minute to go. Shot Burton. Good defense, baseline defense there from Hinkle, and clock's going to expire, so one's going to go up for Burton.
Neither wrestler interested in changing their game plan up based on that. They're sticking to their guns. 1 point for that. You get it back in the second period, or the situation changes and you got to adjust accordingly. But right now, both guys sticking to their stance and collar ties. "20 seconds remain in the first period."
And they're stopping the action there. Going to restart, 15 seconds to go. Really curious to see who's the first one to take a major risk.
All right, no big risks in this period. 1-0 and 8. Sometimes you have tactical bouts. That's, I think, the first 1-0 period we've had in these finals so far. Sometimes they happen.
Yeah, occasionally you get that. Two high-level wrestlers both aware of the other's skill set.
Sometimes you get a 0-0 first period in folk style. Sometimes you get a 1-0 first period in freestyle. It's Mike Foca in the corner. Oh, we got Hinkle there and his Connecticut coaches there. They're right in front of us there with the red hoodie, cut off sleeves. Red Nose Wrestling in New Jersey, coaching Burton.
Back to action, second period. Hinkle hard on that collar tie. Hinkle picking up his footwork a little bit. See if he's looking for an opening or working to get Burton put on the clock. Little throw-by attempt there for Hinkle. Burton, good job, clears it, takes a shot of his own, and now Hinkle working from front head position. We'll see if he's got a head pinch up his sleeve. And now Burton gets to the body, and he's got an over-under body lock. Hinkle's gonna step out. I wonder if we're gonna see caution in one.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, but no, just the step out. Things are picking up now. The second period started a little bit different than our first period ended.
That over-under body lock was clutch for Burton. Just getting to the position allowed him to get the step out, and probably avoided getting put on the clock. And even if he does get put on the clock, it's much less consequential.
That's right. And so Burton, maybe not in the driver's seat so much, but in a position of advantage, as Hinkle now has to figure something out. Nice attack from Burton. They go down to the mat. Wizard defense by Hinkle. Seatbelt trying to throw the leg in over the top.
Wow.
Limp arms out. Vicious limp arm. He threw that hard.
Man, so nice with that limp arm. He's up 4-0. Ryan Burton now. Thought maybe he dropped that leg lace, didn't have time to work on it. Minute 39 to go.
You hear that a lot from coaches. Guys can know the moves. They can have everything, the movements down pat. But if you don't commit to what you're trying to do, that can make all the difference. And Burton there committed to the limp arm, and it paid off with a takedown.
Shot Hinkle. Burton now working from short offense position. Hinkle controlling the elbow, and maybe eyeing the out of balance, hoping to run Burton off the mat. Burton, though, continues to wrestle well here. Circles his hips back towards the center, doing a good job with mat awareness, and they're going to come back up to their feet. Minute to go. Hinkle marching forward, looking for an opening.
Yeah, Burton been very impressive. He has shut down Hinkle's offense and scored when he needed to.
Nice job with that elbow control, clearing the position. Burton pretty smooth. Shot Hinkle. Burton getting those hips back. Hinkle, though, locked on a leg. Best attack he's had so far. Hinkle trying to adjust. And as he shelves the foot, the officials worried about the angle of the knee, how it was bent. Burton rubs the knee a little bit. They're going to come back to their feet.
And that's a tough one. They're calling it more. Maybe it doesn't get called internationally. It doesn't matter. This is how it's been called pretty much all Fargo. And you got to think about that when you're on a leg. That's just another thing to take into account.
Burton with that underhook. Hinkle trying to come forward. Nice little snap there from Burton. He's going to kill some clock from this head pinch position. 23 seconds to go in the match. Hinkle's going to have to improve.
Yeah, and that's smart from Burton, giving a little ground, staying in parterre, super safe position, low probability of giving up points, and now Hinkle's really got to go. Back in on a single leg.
Hinkle's going to get this takedown, it looks like. Can he get a turn? They're going to go out of bounds. 7 seconds left. We saw Melvin Miller get one with just 4 seconds to go. Hinkle, 7 seconds. Can he get to an attack and win this match? Snaps Burton down. Hinkle going to try to work in this chest wrap position, though. Burton still locked on the leg. Hinkle going to look for a turn. Not going to get it. Ryan Burton holds on, 4-2, fist pump. Very competitive match, and it's Ryan Burton getting the Fargo stop sign.
Yeah, slow first period, but things certainly picked up right off the bat in the second period. Good sportsmanship. These guys, I think we might see them wrestle each other in the future.
I could imagine it. Ryan Burton going to be getting a golden ticket, invitation to Who's Number One. Would love to see him. And he's fired up. We're going to get a look at a couple of the replays from this last match.
Yeah, impressive work from Ryan Burton. He's a guy to put on your radar. He's got one more year.
Another good matchup coming here at 190 pounds. It's going to be Harvey Ludington and Cade Ziola. And you see Harvey Ludington coming down the stairs from New Jersey. These two wrestled one time that I'm aware of back at the Elite 8 duels. And it was Ludington getting the victory in that one. He is a big, strong, explosive 190-pounder. And Zola from Nebraska. He's going to Nebraska.
Yeah,
He has got,
product of Omaha Scott Catholic, right on the border.
Yes, he is. He has got just incredible ankle picks. And he's gotten a lot better since the last time these two wrestled.
Yeah, we are not done with these high-profile matchups. Both guys in the top 10 as we get into action immediately. Ludington on a single leg. He gets 2 in under 10 seconds. Quick score for the New Jersey man from the Shore, Brick Memorial High School, Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Attacking fast has been Ludington's MO. We saw him do that in the semifinal, just vicious. And now he's back to another single leg and looking for a step out. He's going to get it 3-0. Ludington not giving Zola any time to set up his own offense.
Ludington covers so much ground with that frame. He's back in again on a single. No time to breathe or adjust for Zola.
Ludington going to get this step out again, 4-0.
Zola needs a pause as Ludington fires off again right off the whistle. And it starts with this hand fight and the positioning.
Ludington holding down the number 5 spot in the national rankings. Zola 6. Shot Ludington. Zola circles this time.
You see the New Jersey singlet there. That's the Godfather logo. Even though most of the Godfather takes place in New York, it's, you know, the New York metro area, New Jersey. Going to take that, use it for them. Why not?
Another shot, Ludington. Now double leg, great adjustment there. A little misdirection and a leg lace makes it 8-0. If Ludington can go one more time, he's gonna win this match, and there it is.
Wow, whirlwind.
Minute 13, Harvey Ludington, dominant.
From down the shore to the top of the podium. Harvey Ludington the third. The variety of attacks is what impressed me. All the different leg attacks, all the different ways to score.
And look at him, fired up. He's not done wrestling. He's going right after that coach.
Yeah, I thought we're gonna see a suplex to the coach.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna hand fight him and then do a step out off the stage.
Let's see some of these replays. Takedown Ludington. And he goes right in, great transition. That's not even much of a, you know, interlocking lace. He just squeezed tight. Get another turn.
So we got 215 pounders coming to the mat. In the red, Angelo Posada. He's going to be taking on Anthony Harris, Posada of California, Harris of New Jersey. And if Posada looks a little undersized, it's probably because he spent his high school season down at 175. Here he is, 40 pounds up, taking on Anthony Harris at 215 pounds.
Yeah, tall gentleman. Another Poway wrestler like Paul Kelly. Powerhouse program out of the San Diego area in California. Harris from Sparta, New Jersey, North Jersey.
Anthony Harris headed to Oklahoma. He's got a year left. Angelo Posada, also a junior, just finished his junior year. He's headed to Stanford.
Harris also at St. Peter's Prep in New Jersey. Covering all of our scholastic bases.
Posada with that wrist control, they're just going to get a restart. 175 this year for Posada. He won Doc B, won a California state title, and he's in on a shot. Harris going to try to crunch him up here. Posada looking for the angle on the shot. Harris defending, now kicks out, tries to turn and face. Posada follows. They're going to go out of bounds. 1 red offer, 2 red offer, and 2 red confirmed on the takedown. Harris wondering about a brick, but not going to challenge it.
They hit the mat hard, and neither guy stopped wrestling. That was some good action for some large young men.
Anthony Harris has had a great year. He was a Super 32 champ Very, very hard tournament to win.
Another of the crown jewels, one of the best folk style tournaments in the country.
Nice little elbow control duck into a head outside single for Harris. Now trying to come up. Posada trying to crunch him. Harris is trying to power through. And Posada's defense giving him some trouble. Posada now transitioning down to that ankle and trying to break the lock of Harris. Harris with a tight lock on the leg. They're gonna blow that dead. 128 to go.
A good job by Harris getting a stalemate out of that. We have some blood on Posada.
I think they're both bleeding. I think we got Posada's lip and Harris's nose.
Doubles of the blood. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Harris turned his face and blood visible from the nose. So trainer's got to be busy. Yeah, sometimes the season will just click for a guy. You know, they don't come out of nowhere. People from their hometowns, home schools, they know that they got good wrestlers, good athletes there. But every now and then, you'll see a level jump, you'll see something click in their game, and they just start winning everything. And looks like Harris is having that kind of season.
Yeah, Posada is as well. The biggest question, I think, for people related to Posada coming into this is how is he going to look up at 215 pounds after competing at 175 with just a couple months to transition? So far, he's been passing all the tests.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. A guy can grow into a weight class or grow into just his final athletic form, for lack of a better term, and things start working in their favor.
Posada, one of those guys who gets himself into a lot of wrestling positions, not a lot of standing around and hand fighting. And when he's in wrestling positions, it tends to favor him. Got his hands full here, though, with a very tough Anthony Harris.
Yeah, 2-point lead, but very early in this bout. Could still go either way.
Shot Posada. He's in deep on the attack. Harris gonna try to defend here. Posada gonna elevate this leg, going towards the out of bounds, looks to trip and finish. Just gonna get one on the step out, but that's a 3-0 lead now for Angelo Posada.
See Harris now has to compete with a nose plug, trying to stop that bleeding. That a little bit tougher to breathe. Most guys are taking big gulps through their mouths anyway, but it could be uncomfortable. Shot from Posada. So now things start to slow down a little bit.
Shot Posada. Posada controlling that wrist. Collar tie now, Posada. 23 seconds to go. Hard fake there from Harris.
And we're racing through this period. We just got a few seconds left.
Yeah, we're gonna head to the corners. See if Harris can adjust his game plan here at the break. Trails just by 3, so definitely still in this one.
We've had one California champ, but New Jersey's been going on a run. They've won the last 3 weight classes. Penton at 65, Burton at 75, and then Ludington at 90, blitzed through his opponent.
We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, New Jersey having a great tournament, pretty much locked up second place before the finals began. And these closers up here in the upper weights are a big reason why.
Yeah, Jersey gonna try to get more champs than PA. They can pull out that victory. PA has 4, Jersey's sitting at 3. Harris, and then in the finals, Rocco Delagotta needs to win. He's got Daniel Herrera as their final bout of the evening. But Posada with a 3-point lead right now as the second period gets underway, so Harris got some work to do. And Posada right in on a shot coming out under the knee. Now trying to finish on to the left side. Comes out behind.
Harris still reaching back, looking for like a Wow, now he recovers into a quad pod. He was reaching back hoping for like some kind of a whip over.
He was trying to hip over Posada, using his length to his advantage, and this is why he's moving up, so he can take advantage of that length.
Posada with the takedown, got the hip down, and they're gonna stop it again for blood, 5-0. And I believe I saw the officials signal to one another they're gonna restart in parterre because Posada didn't have an opportunity to work there.
Yeah. But, you know, it's blood. They don't mess around with that. You got to stop the match. It's not, I don't know how many years you got to go back before they let people wrestle through blood, and we'd have some pretty gnarly scenes, but not anymore. Everything's got to get cleaned up.
Yeah, you got to worry about cross-contamination.
You don't want that.
No, you don't want that. Biohazards.
Many such cases. But yeah, the team results reflected here in the finals. Pennsylvania pulled out to an early lead, and they have their 4 champs. Illinois, Georgia, New York, Arizona, California, and Minnesota also with a champ. California trying to get their 2nd champ with Posada. Poway, their 1st champ, with 2 of their students in the finals.
Restarting here in parterre. Posada going to a gut wrench, high gut. Anthony Harris looks like a pretty tough guy to turn with a gut wrench.
Yeah, when he gets planted. Not a guy that moves easily. He doesn't want to go.
Back to their feet on the reset. 2:10 to go. 5-0 lead for Posada. Little snap there from Posada.
Kudos to Posada on his defense. Harris really hasn't been able to get much going. I don't know if he's gotten to Posada's legs yet. Helps to have that kind of reach.
Harris is going to have to figure out how to get through the defense of Posada. That length giving him a lot of trouble.
90 seconds remain.
Nice shot, Harris. He's in deep on this attack. Single leg, and he's up around the waist on the opposite side.
Those long limbs, he's got to get through, and he does.
There's the takedown. It's 5-2. Anthony Harris getting his offense going.
Smart defense from Posada. You see him stretching those hips, knees far apart, so he can't get laced. And he earned a restart. A little over a minute to go. Can Posada hold on? California get their 2nd junior champ. And New Jersey get their 4th.
Under a minute now. Harris gets to the leg. Posada kicks out.
Yeah, you know Harris isn't used to losing legs when he gets on a shot like that. Posada very crafty on his defense.
Harris lost his nose plug in the exchange, but so far the ref's not worried about it.
He's not worried about it at all.
Duck attempt into the shot. 30 seconds to go. Posada thigh pry. Harris
Posada
continue to come forward.
Yeah, I see some negative wrestling from Posada, but nothing called yet. And if he gets warned, it's just going to slow things down. So
Harris looking for a chest wrap from way up here.
Posada does not mind eating up that clock. That was devastating for Harris. He's down to just 10 seconds, and it's 5-2. See Posada's coach is saying, watch the duck. That's what Harris has gone to a couple times already.
Harris snaps down, head pinch situation. He could go feet to back here potentially. Posada trying to defend. Harris looking for points. Angelo Posada gonna get it done. He's your Fargo champ at 215 pounds.
How about that, moving up those weight classes, taking on bigger and bigger guys, tougher competition. But he earned it. That was solid. In California, champ number 2, Angelo Posada.
Great match there from both guys. Posada Celebrating with the Poway coaches over there in the corner. He's going to get his stop sign. We're going to get a look at this action, and there's that first exchange where Posada ended up with 2 points. Here's Posada's step out on the strength of the by them, but we're coming out first.
We scooped them.
We scooped
Take
them.
that, 16U.
There's Daniel Herrera. He's wearing the Iowa singlet. He's from California, but spent his senior year at Ames High, who I'm told they aim high at Ames High. Daniel Herrera.
They also got their 4th place trophy now. The NCAA reversed their decision.
Yes.
Congratulations, Iowa State, on being a trophy
The
team.
NCAA gave a 4th place NCAA trophy to Ames High School. And there's Daniel Herrera. He's going to Iowa State next year. Rocco Delagotta.
All right, I jumped the gun there, but
Yeah,
you knew what I
well,
meant.
I know what you meant. Rocco Delagotta coming down the stairs. He's from New Jersey. He's going to Cornell like a lot of the people we've watched in the finals today.
Yeah, at least our 3rd Cornellian, future Cornellian, but yeah, we get to watch our heavyweight bout before the 16U guys, so take that, JD and Kozak, who are calling those matches.
Yeah. Here we go. 285 pounds in the red, Daniel Herrera of Iowa. In the blue, Rocco Delagotta, New Jersey. Delagotta taking a lot of ground early in this match. And 1 point on the step out. These two wrestle elite schedules. Both of them are at all the big events, but I don't believe they've faced off.
You gotta watch out for Delagotta when he gets a full head of steam going. And Herrera stepped out once, but he was able to stay in bounds this time, covering a lot of ground.
Delagotta takes a lot of risks, and you kind of love to see it at heavyweight.
Yeah, he's going to Cornell, where Nick Wisdowski coaches, and you see a lot of that style out of Nick. I don't know if they've ever even wrestled each other once, but might just be coincidence.
Herrera in deep on attack, but Delagotta looking for an exposure. Now if Delagotta can get his leg free, he's going to get the takedown, and 2 offered and confirmed. He's got Herrera in a position where you wonder if Delagotta may work for a turn, but it looks like they're going to get a reset. Oh, not yet.
Three-point lead after a minute of wrestling.
Delagotta continuing to take ground. Herrera close to getting Delagotta out of bounds, but they're grounded at this point, and they're going to get a restart. Herrera appears to have the size advantage, but Delagotta doing a great job in the hand fight.
And he moves his feet very well. See him taking ground, always looking for the next position, trying to gain an advantage.
Delagotta, what are they going to call here?
For blue.
And 4 blue, and wait, 1, yeah,
4 blue confirmed, and Delagotta's corner threw it, and they kicked it. Delagotta kicked it right back. So there goes the red brick.
Okay.
You know, based on how they ruled, what was the match where there was a 4 and a 2, or it got overturned? Was it?
That was at 106, right?
Yeah, it was a early round bout.
I believe that was our 106 match.
Swann and Quiroz. So I think this was Delagotta's move. Did Herrera change direction, and did Delagotta's grip break? We have it up on the screen. Y'all can't see it. But, and I don't even think Delagotta ever exposed on this either.
Yeah, this will be interesting. They're taking a look.
Well, the grip breaks, but no exposure on Delagotta makes me think this is going to be his points.
They're saying 1 red on the step out is
okay.
Yeah, the continuation. So.
Not bad.
Oh, no exposure. So it's 3-1 instead of 7-1. It's 3-1.
Yes. Yeah.
Aha. Okay, so they're saying that was Herrera's move. No exposure, except he did get the step out. Now Herrera in on a leg on the re-attack. Double leg. He's going to try to go big here. Takedown. And now Herrera all of a sudden has the lead on criteria. It's 3-3.
Yeah, 5-point swing, and then Herrera right back at it. Smart by Delagotta. They're out of bounds, or they're on the boundary, so he knows if they go down and he's got his legs twisted up, he's got the Turk or the lace, doesn't matter, his head's already out of bounds. So just the 2, no other turns. But Herrera, Has the lead via criteria. Still early, but pretty nice wrestling.
Herrera starting to win the hand fight battles a little bit more often, and now Delagotta fighting back in. 35 seconds left to go first period. They're going to get a restart. Delagotta taking ground. Had Herrera momentarily to the zone. Delagotta hits an attack, grounded towards the edge of the mat. Herrera going to try to come around behind. Restart coming.
Yeah, that was only ever going to be grounded, so not worth trying to run around there. In the final 10 seconds, we'll see if anybody goes for it, but I think we're going to go into the break same score. And we do, 3-3. And our 16 U's are done. Well, we still have one more period, but they have shorter periods, so that's not totally surprising.
And they got a fall in their last match.
And a pinfall.
That'll do it.
It's been pretty good action for two heavyweights, though. Not a slow-moving tactical battle. You know, the cliche is this isn't, you know, your grandfather's heavyweights, but they haven't really been that way for a while now.
No.
High-level heavyweight wrestling, it's entertaining.
Delagotta looking for an underhook and maybe a pinch headlock. .245 to go. Delagotta running forward. Got Herrera backing up. And was there a step out? One offered on the step out and one confirmed.
Yep. Now, Red still has their brick, but I don't know if they want to throw it on a one-point move.
They didn't even think about it. They didn't reach for it.
Don't even think about it, they said. Iowa with some classic patriotic singlets with the gold. New Jersey, I think this is this year's. They got the tribute to the Jersey Shore with the wave for the blue singlets. Godfather singlets in the red. Well, they could be old. You know, I haven't really done a thorough rundown.
2 minutes to go. Delagotta with the lead. Delagotta is back to taking ground in the hand fight like he was early in the match. Herrera, both hands locked on the back of the head. We're going to give him an attention for that.
Yeah, that's something that they're looking out for. You don't think of it.
Ooh, nice attack. Herrera head outside. Delagotta locked through the crotch. Now Herrera getting his head under the knee. What's going to happen here? Herrera continuing to improve. He's going to have to do more than this, though, and they're going to blow it dead.
Well, we might have had one more little sequence out of that, but I understand why they blew that dead as well. This feet from Delagotta, we both said, ooh, when Herrera got in on that single leg, because it was a clean shot. But Delagotta reacted in time, sat the corner. That's those quick feet. And stalemated, so back up to their feet. 4-3, less than 90 seconds remain.
You got to imagine Coach Dresser and company are going to help him make that next adjustment at Iowa State. When you get on that shot, you just got to keep finishing right away.
Got a pretty good heavyweight in Younger Bastida to wrestle with.
Little over a minute to go. Can Herrera find his way to a point? Any point would do it.
60 seconds left on the clock. Anybody's bout.
Wow.
Oh, quick feet, that's trouble for Herrera. Delagotta gets some space now, some insurance points. 50 seconds though. Stamina now going to be a big factor. Who's got more in the tank? They're both breathing heavy, but unsurprising as they're heavies. And a slow motion shot, but Delagotta not out of danger yet.
Herrera going to get exposure here. And then 6-5, and then they said 2 Delagotta, so 8-5 is the score. I wonder, no, they're not going to challenge. Herrera's all bellied out. That took a lot of gas out of the tank.
Yeah, these guys leaving it all on the mat. That was 2 and then 2.
asking for the trainer.
Something pinched him there. He's grabbing his side. That's going to give both guys a chance to catch their breath.
Yeah, I'm sure neither of them's too sad about that right
Yeah.
now.
Nobody's saying, oh, it's just a lung timeout. It's all right, well, we'll take a quick break.
Herrera grabbing the side.
And that's also not, Herrera definitely is in pain there.
Yeah, of course.
It's a long tournament, and this is the last match of any men's division, any men's freestyle. Final 24 seconds before we put a bow on it.
Herrera now coming forward, looking for that underhook. Delagotta stretched out. Herrera's going to get two.
Well, he pulls a little Gable Steveson, says, we're just going to go back up to our feet.
They give him an attention, but he's like, whatever, I
Yeah.
don't care. 10 seconds to go.
Attend me.
Shot Herrera, he's in on the leg. Can he finish? 3 seconds left. And time's out. Rocco Delagotta gets it done in a 15-point barn burner. He holds on 8-7. New Jersey with another champion.
Hey, that's 4 for NJ, 8-7. That was pretty exciting. Looked like Delagotta was going to take it, but Herrera, no quit. 4 champs for New Jersey, 4 champs for PA. PA is your team title. New Jersey comes in second. Illinois, Georgia, New York, Arizona, California, Minnesota. Congrats. You all get champs as well. A couple more highlights from our last bout of the evening.
Yeah, enjoy this. We won't have wrestling on Flow tomorrow. There is a beach tournament, but that will not be streamed. But Friday and Saturday, we got Greco-Roman action. If you like seeing people get tossed on their heads or backs,